Feel this.
Hi guys, this is not your normal place. This is not my room. This is my car, obviously. I'm kind of on the go, but I didn't want to stop making videos, so I decided, hey, I'm waiting for a friend. Why don't I just bust out my camera, have it, and record? Today's topic is going to be about social media and the effects that it causes on us. We are in that generation that we have become self-absorbed because of social media and what it entails. What does social media really do to us, and how has it affected us truly? These are just my perspective, my opinion. This is what I've seen. This is what me and my girlfriend talk about to really kind of figure out, you know, we're getting to that age, I'm 27, to figure out, okay, how is my decisions affecting me? So social media for sure has created all of us to be more attention seeking. You know, I don't want to call us the W word, but men and women, we become people who like to get attention, and it's almost like a drug, an addiction. We post something on Instagram, or we post something on Twitter or Facebook or Tumblr, anything, even it could be a quote, but whatever it entails, there's a meaning behind it, right? So we do it because we're looking for validation, or expressing our feelings because we're looking for that attention. We're looking for some sort of validation coming back. Either it be, you look great, you look pretty, that's a great haircut. You know, I'm not saying I'm not anybody that doesn't do this. And this is why I'm saying I've done it and I do it. And that's why I'm knowledgeable of what's going on. You know, we post, I got this new watch, I got this new phone. We put our lives out there so much that we're looking for some kind of validation. And or even when we're sad, you know, you put up a Facebook post or Twitter about how you feel in that moment. You're pissed off or something, and you're looking to get comments back, or people to, you know, jump on board and say, yeah, I totally feel, you know, how you feel, how many retweets you get. It ends up being like, you know, how many likes you get and all those sort of things. But does it really matter about the quantity, or does it matter about the quality? So that's always something I'm learning as I'm getting older too. It's not about the likes, and it's not about anything on how many views you guys watch. It's about the fact that I'm trying to impact, and those people that are helping me and those people that need my help, I'm doing that same thing. So it's all like it's a chain. We're all trying to help each other, and maybe I could be somebody who can just voice that out. So it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. Second thing that I noticed is it's an ego boost. Same thing with attention, right? Attention, ego boost. But having a really big ego in our generation is pretty common, and that's not a good thing, because we have to find the balance between the ego and between being humble. We can't be this egotistical people. We can't be these egotistical people. Anyways, that's not what I was trying to say. I don't even know if we really understand what confidence is, because we think being egotistical and having a really big ego can sometimes be confidence, and we get that really twisted. But you know, when you meet a girl or a guy, and sometimes they're self-absorbed and they're always on their phone, on their Instagram or on their Twitter or something, it's kind of a red flag that they're really into themselves. And it's not a bad thing to have confidence, but don't push it and be somebody who thinks like, yeah, this is me. That's not something you want to possess. And social media only keeps feeding our ego. What does it do to our soul? And this is what me and Room always talk about. It's like ego and soul. So you have to figure out, you have to get that balance. Sure, you could post up pictures and feed your ego, but then you've got to do something to feed that soul. And that's why, if you guys see on my Instagram, I'm trying to make a difference by, if I post something, I'm trying to put a story. I'm trying to make it real. I'm trying to really tell you guys who I am. So even though I'm maybe feeding my ego, which I obviously am, I'm not trying to also just be absorbed in. I want you guys to know who I really am. Even if the post has nothing to do about what I posted, I just want to talk. I want you guys to know that, you know, yeah, I'm trying to figure out the balance for myself too, you know. It's sad that we grew up with the internet. It's really sad that we grew up with this attention that we just want to keep getting a drug, like a feed off of. It's really a struggle for me to find out, you know, the balance between that. And so that's my advice to you guys, is if you feel like you're starting to realize you know, why do I keep posting all these pictures? What's the point? You know, you ask yourself that question. It's because you've reached the point of realizing that it's feeding your ego, but you need something to feed your soul as well. So do something that's real and raw, that makes people aware of who you really are. So take some posts without makeup, or take some posts with you just being you. You know, show the world who you really are, so that way we get this unrealistic truth on social media. That's another point. Social media causes us to believe unrealistic things. So, you know, we see so many things on Instagram especially, edited to the max. You know, you think this girl's like this, you think this guy is like this, and we don't even know their lives, we don't know who they are, which is kind of a good thing. They're keeping their life private, but they're giving us this aspect that their life is like fairy tales, and you have to know nobody's life is like a fairy tale. Even Facebook, I mean, you got to be mindful of the statuses that you put up in Twitter, because sometimes you have to realize when you're on social media, you're open to judgment right away. You're letting people judge you. So if you're not a strong person, the best thing to do is to keep your private life separate and to keep your social media life separate. Not saying be unrealistic. I'm just saying don't portray something that you are and you aren't. So if that makes any sense. Even I'm confusing myself. But say, you know, be as true as to who you are, but you don't need to spill the details about your life. A lot of people, if you know me, I have a private life, but I don't show that on social media. I keep that very private. So nobody really asks me, nobody gets in my business, and we're both happy people. It affects us so much. Social media every day, and how is it going to affect our kids? I mean, have you ever thought about that? If we don't change the way we perceive social media, it's going to affect our children. I think it's the best thing to do is take a step back sometimes and realize we need to find that balance between reality and unrealistic expectations, and what we see is not truly what it always is. Be careful of what you post. You're open to judgment. If you don't want to get hate, then don't post up something that's gonna get hate. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. Even if you're giving your opinion, of course there's haters all the time. They're gonna say something. But if you know you're gonna talk about something that's controversial and you're in your feels and you just post something, you knew what was gonna happen. So don't be foolish, you know what I'm trying to say? Don't be foolish at all. Just be realistic. So I know this video has been like all over the place because I had my notes and I left them at home because I was like, let me do this right now. I don't know if I'm going to have time later. So it's all over the place because I jotted down all my notes and everything. So sorry for like all the discombobulation and running all over the place. If you guys want, I can make a completely separate video about the ego and the soul with Ruma. Me and Ruma talk about this so much. It's something we struggle with as we're getting older and older, and in the social media life that we live. She has it way more than I do because she obviously has way more followers than I do. If you don't know who Ruma is, let me like put a picture up like right here, and I'll put her Instagram right here so you can check her out. She's my best friend. She is she's a pretty good following on Instagram. So she deals with this ego versus soul seeking and validation a lot, and so I'll bring her on. If you guys want, comment below, comment on my Instagram, whatever. Let me know you want to see a video about that, and I will sit with her and we'll make a video about that specifically, because I could go on forever. I'm just worried for our generation, and I just wanted to put out what I see, and these are my opinions on how social media is changing our lives and the effects that it's causing us. And I hope I kind of gave you some food for thought, so you can sit there and think about where you're headed and what your goals are in life. And it's not to get you guys confused, it's just to kind of figure out what do you want. And I'm giving you some suggestions of just balance. Figure out how to balance and what's your balance. Thanks for watching, guys, in my car. Bye.